US Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth was certainly in a combative mood at a defence ministers' meeting in NATO. He says that NATO allies need to increase their spending. He says that they're simply free riding on the back of the United States, that they have an unhealthy dependency on the US. Now, this is something that we've heard repeatedly during the 2 terms that Donald Trump has been the US president. He at one point seemed as if he might even pull the United States out of NATO because he said they weren't spending enough. Well, Pete Hegseth has announced that the US is going to carry out a review, a 6-month review of the US's military capacity in Europe.
And it's not going to cut it anymore. And so we're doubling down on our effort to make NATO what it always was supposed to be, a balanced alliance with Europe in the lead for its own defense, NATO 3.0. And to make that a reality, I'm announcing today a 6-month Department of War review that will examine America's force posture and basing in Europe. Up to 6 months, could be less. Let's call it the NATO 3.0 review.
Well, Hegseth isn't explicitly talking about a reduction of troops, but we do know from the NATO chief Mark Rutte that the US has already reduced its crisis and emergency capacities. Clearly, European allies are going to be concerned. They say they want Europe to be more sovereign in terms of defence, that they are building up their capabilities, but they say that takes a lot of time, and what they don't want is to be left vulnerable, particularly when there is a war on their doorstep in Ukraine. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.